Meet Kirsten, Andisa, Demi, Emma, Claudia, Hannah, Lauren, Ilse-Lee, and Michelle. I'm Alice. I've roped all of these creative individuals into helping me do research through recorded interviews, all of which have been categorized into a video series for the sake of my undergraduate thesis. I'm looking at South African feminist art and other creative products, analyzing the importance of their power in igniting conversation both on a global scale with the added use of new media and within the country itself. I turn to the voices of my generation. 'Cause we've got nothing, no, we've got nothing to prove.
South African sexual culture is still quite conservative, and it's a very patriarchal society.
It's something that's like so deeply ingrained in South African society.
It's matter roles or even how dynamics I play in office environments.
A lot of people look down on it. They don't think in South Africa like feminism is quite marked.
As soon as the term comes up, they think it's kind of this anti-male notion.
They have everyday encounters, which is like just walking around Cape Town. I live in Grassy Park, which is close to like Newdenburg on that side of Cape Town, and it's quite an insular place in that it's mainly residential. But I love it. It's nice. It's a quiet place. But when I'm there and I walk around, I get catcalled. It's just like onslaught after onslaught.
There's these little worlds that are kind of divided.
Because I have friend groups like on different sides of Cape Town. My close friends that I study with, I mean, we all are able to kind of have discussions like this. There is a strong focus on feminism and like just drawing that inspiration into your art. However, when I have conversations with my friends that I grew up with, I feel that there is room for improvement. In my friend group, obviously it's very supported and everybody is pro-feminism. I'm half Afrikaans, so I get a lot of that as well. It's something that people just don't appreciate or don't want to learn about.
I'm actually Afrikaans, and my sort of the whole Afrikaans idea is that the woman should be the mother and she should be the housewife. And that's just Afrikaans. I mean, the Xhosa culture, the Zulu culture, all these different cultures have different ideas of what a woman's role is.
I went to school at a private all-girls school down the road in like very wealthy area. 90% of the school was white. 90% of the people came from like a house like mine, a life like mine. I've been very isolated in that sense, so my feminism I think would be very different to other people's. And I think it's quite important that people have their own like a feminism that's personal to them.
What my feminism deals with is going to be very different to somebody who's been brought up in a very traditional Xhosa home.
Once you're from a certain level, of economical class, then your struggles are, while valid, are just not as important to other people because they're struggling with more day-to-day rights and that kind of thing.
The term woman has kind of been this umbrella term that has had like kind of this impossible task of umbrellaing all female experience.
I don't think there can be or should be anything homogenous or that can be given like one single name.
Because race and class is still like a very intense subject in South Africa, you're going to kind of like keep having that for a while.
Race is also like, it is part of everything, part of our class system, our economical system. Race is just a part of our daily lives and it's part of everything.
Seeing as we've had our history of apartheid, like feminism almost takes a back seat in terms of like causes to fight for.
Gender equality kind of took a back seat to race equality, which I think is actually as important.
And they should actually both be sort of combined. I mean, it's that idea of like inequality anywhere is inequality everywhere.
Yes, feminism does take a back seat to it, but there also are times where feminism does take a front seat. It also mixed with race, you know.
There's a strong like spirit for black feminism in South Africa. Those activists sort of drawing parallels between black consciousness and black feminism, which I think it's quite valuable and important because things need to be addressed and things need to be expressed and can't be pushing like swept under the carpet anymore.
I don't know, before people really know about feminism, they have such a strong judgment about it, about feminists being like man-haters, you know, all the cliches, like not shaving, burning their bras, which I do feel like doing sometimes.
Feminism is not synonymous with aggression or bra burning. It's a state of mind where you can still be whoever you want. You can still be a girly girl or a tough girl, but it's about wanting equal rights. And that's when I started to identify with it more and love it more, because then it didn't change the person, it just changed society, which is great.